Welcome and welcome to the Arsenal Press. It's been a long while, but we are back. We're back live. We are back. Mr. Fosa is in the building. How are we doing today, Mr. Fosa?
Oh, bro, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine.
How are you enjoying the off season?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm all right. A few charlatans in the chat, a few disgruntled clowns. Well, it comes with the territory, I guess.
Off season, I'd say I miss Ateta's football. But some of the abysmal football I've been forced to watch. So I just go with it. You understand?
From the Euros, right? From the Euros. All the games are not be scintillating to watch. Just if you finish, yeah, about to say something.
I think my game of the tournament was Turkey versus Georgia.
I saw the extended highlights. That was a good one.
That
was a good one.
I think that's my best game of the tournament. You understand?
Then
maybe the Spain versus Italy because of
Spain versus Italy. That should be up there too. That was I watched at least 70 minutes of that game. That was a game to relish and enjoy. That wasn't a bad game. Germany has played 2 games. Not the most scintillating, but the performances have been good. Kai Havertz, goal and assist. So people didn't. Second game was not full of glitz and glamour. But you know the Chelsea fans, the stalkers, they can't leave him alone. Like, come on, get over it. Get over it.
You understand? I let the guy be.
Yeah, like, come.
Yeah.
So, before we get into the nitty-gritty about this, our guy, Jude the fraud. I say it one more time. It's going to trigger those Jude fanboys. I said it one more time. See, I'm not saying fraud in a very derogatory way, even though the word is kind of derogatory. Why do I call him the fraud? Because you are saying he's a world-class player, and he's not a world-class player. That's fraudulent. That's misrepresenting the authenticity of something. That is fraudulent. He is not a world-class player. I'm not saying Jude is not a good player. He is not a world-class player, and that is just the fact. You don't like it, I get it.
Of course.
It triggers you. There are things that people say that I don't like, but I have to respect the authenticity and the veracity of what you're saying. Is it true? Does he have evidence? Is the evidence empirical? Like, Jude is not a world-class player. How is that something difficult for a lot of people to comprehend?
Yeah, bro, you have to look at it, right? I think a lot of people become shallow once someone transfers to Real Madrid. Once someone goes to Real Madrid, they're that player. And, football has been saturated where we look at those goals and assists. Somebody say, it's football not about goals and assists. Look, you people will come and tell me Zidane is one of the greatest midfielders of all time. Zidane was not scoring goals in both loads.
Exactly.
You understand? It was what he did on the ball. Without goals and assists. The true measure of football is take your goals and your assists away. Can you stand alone and somebody will say, this guy, like what he does is unbelievable. You understand?
Exactly.
I'm not looking at Jude and saying Jude is an elite passer of the ball.
No.
I'm not looking at Jude and saying he's an elite dribbler. I'm not looking at Jude and saying Jude controls the tempo of the games.
It will never happen.
Because the evidence for that is Toni Kroos has been on his last legs for the past 2 seasons. And yet, Ancelotti saw that Jude cannot play that deep to control the game.
Can't.
The only way Jude plays that deep, his best attribute is making late darting runs into the box. Which, yes, those are his attributes. I'm not arguing with that. Yes. But he's not someone who can, when people say he controls the game, control what?
Show me the game.
You don't understand.
For me, show me the game. Show me the game that Jude has actually controlled. See, people see, we're not just talking out of our way. We've watched thousands of hours of football. we've seen a little of the
Yeah.
brightest and the midfielders. I've seen Ambrosini, I've seen Seedorf. Let's even bring it to the current generation. I've seen Odegaard. Even the spammer of all spammers in De Bruyne, I've seen him. I've seen. Okay, let's go to his teammates at Real Madrid. Is Jude better than Valverde? In your humble
He's
opinion?
not.
Is he better
He's
than
not.
Kamavinga? Is he better than Chouameni? But if those guys are not world-class players, how is Jude a world-class player?
I tell you, he came there at 20 years. Look at the money they bought him for. Yes, you can go there at
Okay.
20 years, but people
Okay,
forget.
let's say
Going to
let me agree with you. Sorry for interruption, right? Let me agree with you. Came at 20 years.
No problem.
When the Fabregas starts controlling our start midfield, at what age?
17.
So you see, if you're good enough, F the age.
Yes.
If you're good enough, you're good enough. Jude,
Yeah.
objectively, is not that guy. And we're not saying he's a bad player. We're just saying stop the overrating, stop the over embellishing, stop the overhype. He's not that player. It is what it is. Sorry, you can continue.
No, there's no problem. Of course, obviously, he's not that guy. You understand? And we've always been seeing when they will get. I was seeing one place they're comparing, saying Jude is the next Zidane.
They got jokes. This guy's
I don't know if I should take a hammer and hit people's heads.
That's a bit violent. Yeah, it will never happen. It will never happen.
You understand?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know. I just say if you hit it to open so that I will reset it. But realistically, Zidane, Jude is not better than Guti Hernandez.
See,
nowhere near Guti Hernandez.
See, even Wilshere, unfortunately, due to injuries, did not make it. Jude is not half of the player Wilshere is.
Of course, he isn't.
Are we watching the same game or games?
No, we are not watching the same game because the media has already, misappropriated what a player is. And the other fraud, Fabrizio, that Jude will score,
no.
He'll be posting every single time. These things do not help the game. Sure. I'm not saying, he scored. Wow, excellent goal scoring form. That is why they call it goal scoring form.
Scoring form.
You understand? You put it like that. You just don't come. So your scoring goals means you're the best player in the world. You understand me? So these are the problems and these are the issues that people have now looked. And because of their Ronaldo versus Messi bias and arguments, anybody that seems to be scoring goals is to be Ballon d'Or. I was seeing Ballon d'Or metrics. Jude Bellingham.
Yeah. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's why I always go back to the see, instead of the cheap insults and the tantrum, the childish tantrum to throw in my comment section, right? I'm doing a live show. If you have a contrary view, come up. I will send you the link, come up and debunk my claim. I see it down to the fact that Jude cannot control games. Jude does not have the aesthetics, even though football is not about aesthetics solely. Jude cannot trade in passes. For me, if you take myself and Jude in a park, there's no difference. I'm not being derogatory. If you put myself and Jude in a park, there's no difference. Now, is it lucky we having a good agent and being born in England to have a better opportunity to play football? Luck is part of the game of the world. It happens. But don't tell me this Jude Bellingham, because he now plays for Real Madrid, makes him an automatic world-class players. There are players in Real Madrid that are not world-class players. Carvalho is not a world-class player. Nacho is not a world-class player. The guy that scored there are 2 goals to get them the final. There are a lot of players at Real Madrid are not world-class players. So the yardstick of Joselu. The yardstick or the barometer of if any player is playing for Real Madrid is a world-class player is farcical and comedic. Do Real Madrid have world-class players? Yes. But is their squad littered with world-class players? No! We do not. We do not. I am Mr. Efusa, do not by any stretch of all of your figment of your imagination hate Jude. We're just saying that he is not what you guys are proposing to say he is. He's not. Show us the evidence.
Which is a fact. we've seen it. We've seen different kinds of players, right?
Yeah.
And Ancelotti, and people that are saying, "Oh, Jude, Ballon d'Or." Are you telling me, right? This Jude is better than Kaka? If you ask
Hell no.
Ancelotti, Jude and Kaka, who is the better player? So where does it come from? You understand? Or are you going to tell me now that Ancelotti, who has seen different kinds of midfielders,
Exactly.
that is of the highest echelon,
Yes.
saw
Exactly.
Jude and said Jude cannot play as a central midfielder?
Midfielder.
So what does it tell you? It tells you that he knows he does not have that attribute to be that guy in central midfield. So he's better off. He's better off as a striker
Okay.
or
Let me
a
ask you an objective question. What position does Jude play at Real Madrid? He plays as an auxiliary assistant striker.
A striker.
He is not a midfielder at Real Madrid. Like you said, he makes late darting runs into the box and he scores sometimes. Scoring goals doesn't make you world class. See, there's a reason why Haaland has scored so many goals, right? And people still don't rate him. Now, people in England can normally embellish him with their media force and their media power, Sky Sport and the rest, BBC, but the rest of the world do not agree to that nonsense. Alan Shearer scored more goals than Henry, but Henry is still heralded over Alan Shearer. Make it make sense. By that metric and logic, if Alan Shearer scored more goals than Henry, but Henry is the face and the ambassador of the Premier League, what does that tell you? That goals alone, even though goals are important, goals alone does not make you a world beater. You count.
Exactly.
Shout out to you, Mattel. Good morning. Good morning. Nobody hates Jude. Every small thing. Goals and assists. Like, it's just the argument of Grealish. When they say, oh, Grealish, because he was part of a winning team in Man City, makes him to have had a great season. You are insane. Without Grealish,
of course,
they will have still won the league.
Grealish has never, in the past 3 years, been better than Nicola Pepe at Arsenal. Let's be realistic.
Yeah. Because it's English, what would they do? The media will spin it. So, going back to Jude, we do not have any agenda against Jude. We're just saying you are not going to tell us to our faces that Jude is a world-class player when the empirical evidence shows that he is not. This guy cannot control midfield. He cannot control games. He doesn't have the intelligence, the passing range. He doesn't have it. And we've seen it every time. Shout out to Mr. Gunnar Maestro. Comparing to Zidane, are you insane? There's something wrong with the Western fans. The new breed of Western fans, something is wrong with them.
No, the new breed of foreign fans. I'm actually very disappointed because you don't understand what it meant back in the day when your dad would be talking about, like you said, Roberto Baggio.
Exactly.
You understand? Those guys were the guys. They played as the 10s. They could play across the front line or behind the striker.
And they made impact.
You understand?
They just score goals and assists. They made impact.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This same John Barnes that Mattel is talking about, most people never saw John Barnes under the lights. John Barnes tore it up at Liverpool. Tore it up.
Quality player. Let's caveat it. Not just goals and assists. See, people are mad. See, you will not redefine football to solely goals and assists so I can fit in your agenda. See, aesthetics, quality, game state, skill set, you will not erode it. See, you can use the media to try and change things. It's like changing nature. Like I always tell you, like a beautiful woman, she always gets the first right of refusal than the non-attractive woman. It is what it is. The attractive woman might have bad behavior, but guess what? More guys, I'll take my chances with her than to take my chances with the unattractive woman that has good character. That's his fucking life. I did not create it. It's like there's a reason where if you see
the same human that made it the way it was. You understand?
Yeah, exactly. There's a reason where if you see Odegaard caress the ball, the touch, the depth touches, the movement, the angle, dream out of tight spaces, Those are the things we grew up watching football. Not somebody just running like a road runner. Jude is a road runner.
Bro, against Denmark, I was seeing they said Jude that was headless chicken performance. He was everywhere. Why won't he be everywhere?
Be everywhere.
Up and down like that.
Yeah.
You have energy, boundless energy. Yes, I can understand.
Yeah.
But I expect to see when you take the game by the scruff of the neck, right? You tell the game how to behave. You tell the game fast, yes, it will be fast. You tell the game slow, it will be slow. Okay, Jude, the Iniesta, as Iniesta had a crazy season like Jude in terms of returns, I don't think so.
No, never scored those kind of goals.
We all saw Iniesta.
Yeah.
You know, when you play to the point where we know that if imagine people saying you're supposed to win Ballon d'Or ahead of Messi. Imagine people saying that. So it shows you did something. It's not goals and assists. It was play. How did you play?
How do you respond to this comment from Mr. Gunnar Maestro? To be honest, Southgate makes a lot of people look poor, though.
Yeah, I won't deny Southgate is a comedian, you know, as an English manager. I'm being realistic. Sure. He's a comedian. Sure. Anybody can look, what do they call it, bad. Let's be realistic, because if attacking players don't move, you cannot, no matter how much you want to say, oh, they are overhyping Jude. I'm not going to look at Jude and say, who will he pass the ball to? When your average position in the game is sitting back, Declan Rice, who will look and be expecting another guard, will be looking at the team and be wondering. So for me, the only outlet that they had was Saka, and he and Foden were trying to come into the game. They were making things happen bit by bit. So I don't know what happened that Southgate now decided to take them off. So for me, Southgate, you know, like you told me earlier, if he had won the previous Euros, people would have been defending him. Because he didn't win anything. So that is, I think, football's saving grace. His other brother on the other side, France, is enjoying the grace of Mbappe helped me to win.
Exactly. Now, so for me, I disagree with Mr. Gunnar Maestro, but there's context to disagreement. Now, I understand Southgate is not even a manager to me. For me, I don't consider him as a manager. But I'm looking at, that's why I have a balanced way of looking at things. I'm looking at Jude achieving Real Madrid. If you take away his goals, show me the impact of Jude in that team.
Yeah,
how many goals is Toni Kroos scoring for Madrid? He's not scoring bucket loads, but we can all see the impact. Valverde is not scoring bucket loads for Real Madrid. We are seeing the impact. Camavinga is not scoring bucket loads, but Jude is just a road runner. And I'm saying the objective fact. People are in the comment section telling me I have zero ball knowledge. I'm silly. You can say whatever you want to say. That doesn't affect me.
Pick up a cricket bat. Football is not for you.
Okay, then debunk my argument. See, insults are not rebuttals.
Yeah.
Debunk my argument and tell me and show me the games Jude has controlled. Show me the games Jude has been exceptional. Don't tell me about his goals and assists because you are silly. Because I always go by their own logic. So that means if you're talking about goals and assists, right, which is also a lot of bucket loads of assists, he has more goals. So you are telling me if Jude doesn't score, it's useless. Did Messi score in all the games? Or does Messi score in all his games?
He didn't need to.
The best players, do they score in all the games? So if we are going, no, I like to go by their logic. These silly idiots who have better ball knowledge than me. By your logic, if Jude doesn't score, he is useless. Most players don't score all the games. The best players in the world don't score in all the games, but the impact, the imprint is always there. I do not hate that. Let me put a disclaimer. I do not have any iota of hate towards Jude Bellingham. I'm just saying he is not the player you're making him to be.
Yeah,
and you will not be that.
Yeah, and people are forgetting They are hoisting. He's 20.
Yeah.
You understand? So you want him to pick now. He should pick now. Is that not wickedness? To pick at 20.
No, for me, it's not even wickedness. If you can pick at 20 and
Because
maintain it to your 30s, I'm all for that. But he will never pick.
Bro,
I'm sorry.
Even Cruz didn't pick at what I call it. This 20. There was still more. I just feel when you look at what do they call it? When you look at Jude, right?
Yeah.
The problem is their what do they call it? Their no training, because I don't know what these ones are training in England. You understand? And Germany is all is
they're having vibes.
Right now,
they're having vibes.
England
is vibes. They're vibing it up.
German football, is more energy, and this their game press or what they want to go and do. When I'm looking at Jude, people are saying Jude controls the game. I will debunk it. In the last Euros, 2 years, was it 2 years ago? Maybe.
Yeah, I think 2 years ago. Yeah.
2 years. Oh, 4 years ago. Is it?
Sure.
The last Euros, maybe around that. Okay, no, the last Euros they didn't play 2020, they played it 2021.
That's 3 years ago. Because of the whatever happened during is it 19 or whatever, or 4 years ago. Matthias says 4 years ago. Yeah.
So when we look at it was 2021, 2021 they played it. So remember, Jude played in all their games. But can anybody remember that in the second half, even Southgate that we are laughing at, Southgate was always removing him in the second half?
Obviously.
Because he was tired.
What did I say? What did I say 4 minutes ago? I said Jude is a road runner. See, there are too many fans are so basic and clueless, and let's say what it is, very dumb. I think if you're running with passion, you are making an impact. See, this is not athletics. This is not 60 meters dash, 100 meters sprint. This is football. I appreciate athleticism, but your technical ability has to be there. You can't just be running like a headless chicken, like you said.
It means to play.
Yeah, someone is running, so running is not a performance. What you do on the ball, dictating the tempo, quality of passes, the vision, map. See, we saw Spain versus Italy. Jorginho has no legs. That first half, even though majority of the pressure came from Spain, but a few times they broke. Look at what Jorginho was doing with his brain. He has no legs. Look at how Jorginho was controlling the game. Can Jude ever dream of doing that? He does not have the facility mentally. He does not have the facility in terms of being cunning. He's just hype. Media hype. I don't know whether he pays all these conglomerates or these guys to just hype him on Twitter. He's not that guy. We don't hate Jude. But you're saying he's a good player at best. Good player. He's not world class. He's not top class. He will not be that. He will not. Matthias Simpson said Jude, Macedonia is better than Jude. That's no debate. That's not news. We all know that. We robbed Madrid. Sure. 4 years ago. I think Jude is a fantastic box crusher as a midfielder. Now, I will agree with what this guy said.
Exactly.
That team
runs into the box.
The box. Well, I agree with this one. But he is not a world-class midfielder. When you talk about midfielder, what comes to your head? Creativity. Dictating the tempo. Controlling the game. But Jude does not have the facility to do all those we just mentioned. Now, can he crash into the box and score a few goals? Fantastic. Football series guy will tell you the game is about goals and assists. Very basic. See, the game is more nuanced than goals and assists, right? We know.
And Jude,
people do not pay money. Hell no. Now, do you know why I laugh at that argument? Oh, the game's about goals and assists. What do they do at women football? Are they not scoring goals in women football? Why people not watching female football the way they watch men football. If the game is solely about goals and assists, you idiots. What are they doing at female football? Are they cooking yam? Because the game goes beyond goals and assists. People want to enjoy some artistry.
Of course.
Something that looks aesthetically stimulating to their brain, not just goals and assists. Haaland scores more goals than most strikers, but they don't rate him. Why? Because his goals are not pleasant to watch. Not some tap-ins, some easy goals. People want to watch. Look at Henry's quality of goals. Suarez, Ronaldo da Lima. People will pay money to watch that.
To watch it.
Tell me goals and assists. Yeah, don't tell me goals and assists. So, yeah, so basic. I just need to let them ball out. I don't understand that comment. Sorry, I didn't watch football. I just watch Arsenal. Oh, just watch Arsenal. Wow. He's a staunch Arsenal fan. He is a staunch Arsenal fan.
There's nothing to tell about There's only Arsenal forever.
Whatever. Shout out to him myself. Jude is similar to Lampard. Exactly. And was Lampard the most creative footballer? No. He just scores goals. Which is fair. But don't tell me Lampard was on the same bracket with Ballack or Gasca Medieta. He was never close to those kind of players. But the English media want to tell us
he was never near scores. He had goals. Scores was who everybody would tell you they would always want in their team. Because it's not about goals. It's how they bring, how he controls the game, gives the pass out. This is what we are talking about. Yes, Gerrard was obviously better than Lampard.
See, shout out to you. MM has a way of bringing out and making it simpler for people that might not understand at the back. Lampard scored in a similar rate due to scoring. But we all know that Lampard was not that player that we all rated. Now, will he give you goals? But will he give you creative experience? Will he make you enjoy the game? No. And that is not a bad thing. But nobody should tell me Lampard was a world-class midfielder. The English press will push that narrative. But let's not forget, people around the world are watching football too. Football is not just all in England. Nobody's up. No, see, I can mention 10 to 20 midfielders that are better than Lampard during his own era.
Yeah.
So don't tell me his game is about goals and assists. No, you have to have something beyond just scoring goals. Or am I waffling?
Oh, it's a fact now. If there are no goals, what can you stand alone? That's the question.
Exactly. So I was hoping that the Jude fans will come up and challenge us. Unfortunately, none of them. If you're a Jude fan, please, I will send you the link. Come and tell us why. Especially the ones that were insulting me in my last video. Because some of them had so much smoke for me in my last video that I have zero ball knowledge. I can barely speak English, but they could understand what I was saying. Imagine someone saying I could barely speak English because I don't have the English accent. But you understood that I was not so complimentary of Jude, but I can barely speak English. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
You have zero ball knowledge, and they could not debunk your zero ball knowledge.
Exactly. Make it make sense. None of them, all was insult, and insult. Debunk what I've said. Not that they could do. Now, I did a smoke show. You think they will show up? I'm still waiting. They won't show up. Because they know the truth is the truth.
If you're watching,
they will not
just comment so that you will get the link.
Yeah, you are watching. Yeah, we'll give you the link. You come up and defend Jude Bellingham and tell us why we are idiotic, why we have zero ball knowledge, and debunk and tell us why Jude is that fantastic world-class player. Why Jude is even better than Valverde and the rest of the midfield partnership he had at Real Madrid. Come and tell us. We are waiting. Come and tell us. Absolute nonsense. And we've not said Jude is a horrible player. We're just saying he's not what you're advertising. I can't say. Well, he's not even top class.
You understand?
Jude is not top class.
It's them, they are saying it's not world class. You know, because he went to Madrid, he used first season, he won shoot. Baba.
When they signed him, when they signed, what did I tell you? Madrid bought Jude for commercial reasons. See, they will replace him in 1 or 2 seasons. They will replace him. He's a commercial signing, not because of his footballing attributes and skill set and dexterity. I beg. Not today. Not today. Same Madrid bought remember our friend David Beckham. People were shouting he's world class. He was a very good player too. But David Beckham was not a world class. They bought commercial too. They bought the commercial too that made them money.
Of course.
Made them money. So let's not do that. Guys say football is about goals and assists. And yet, Zidane is rated one of the best midfielders. How many goals and assists did Zidane have? Iniesta. Pablo Nedved. How many goals and assists did they have?
Yeah.
Football, they be arguing football is about goals and assists. Nobody's saying let's diminish its goals and assists. But it goes beyond that. Open up your mind. If you're not eating and you need coffee, some of you are addicted to coffee to wake you up. Drink some coffee before you watch the stream and comprehend what I'm saying. Yeah, maybe I don't sound English and my English is not it's I can't speak English, but I can understand.
They want me the in it.
See, I'm Nigerian, I can never in it. Oh Lord, I'm waiting. None of them are coming up today. Wow. Guess what? They will go on that this video again. That's how I'm feeling.
Comment section. You understand? Instead of them to come with their food chest.
Because they know they have no point. They have no point. Since you guys don't come up yet, I'll take out the Jude banner for now, and let's have a few minutes of other things relating to other topics. What thing about the Gutierrez link? Do you see that? That after close to signing Gutierrez, but we are struggling to come up with the financial package. What do you think about that story?
People are forgetting how we move. If we are not sure of the finance, why are we going there to go and do this thing? Check. You understand?
Does that even make sense?
How can we agree deal? We will not start struggling to pay.
Don't you think that a lot of people are actually insane these days? How can I, like I say, how can I agree with you?
It's not easy. They know where. That was why they put it. That was why they put it like that. They know that many Arsenal fans want to don't hear rumor. So,
exactly.
They want to put the rumor. They now knew the place you will twist them. It's just tell them financial this is the issue. All of them will chop up.
So fans are pathetic, or as I say, most fans are pathetic. It's like your brains have been sieved out of your skull. Like I told you, it's like me going to a car lot, and I come back and tell you, Mr. Fosa, man, I went to this car lot, but guess what? I was close to buying this car, but the only problem is that I don't have money. How will you look at me?
I was thinking about it, but it's not that you went there, you priced the car. After you priced the car, and I don't agree with you, you got there and say, say the financial this is the issue.
So why did you come? Why come I price the car? This is bonkers. People are so thirsty for news these days. It's off season, but you have to chill. Get a job, get a hobby, do something constructive. You can see me, I don't do streams all the time because there is no news. Even my pre-recorded videos are kind of scanty. Yeah, fabricating. Fabricating.
Post. He's still eating people. Fabrizio posted only say they're outside his house. They are waiting for a decision right now. Who broke the news?
David.
Constant that we didn't hear anything about. We didn't hear all of a sudden broke the news that Chelsea are pulling out. Number 2, wow. They broke the news. The guys agreed to move to Bayern Munich.
But like I said in the video I just dropped a while ago, even though people are mad, we all heard in the mainstream, which was verified that he had a release clause for Champions League teams. But somehow, Manchester United fans and Chelsea fans thought they could sign him and negotiate the same clause like for Champions League teams too.
And they had a better season than us.
Yeah, obviously, they had the better season. They had a better season than us.
Why did pick up this sign up?
Oh, Moriapo. It's true now. Use the FA Cup and go and sign Olise. Use the FA Cup and sign Olise.
Why didn't you use the FA Cup to sign Olise? Go there. Flash FA Cup and give them. Okay, we'll give it to you. 50 million.
You know, I told you a few weeks ago that if they went to try and sign Olise, Crystal Palace can decide to name any price because both teams don't have Champions League qualification. So the price is like a VIP tag. If they give a VIP tag, some new fans can't just come in and say, I want to enter. No. That party is for VIPs. So the Champions League was the tag. Manchester United and Chelsea thought they had a chance. Look how Bayern just came in. Bayern came in their Champions League qualification. And the deal is almost wrapped up. And like you said, they had a better season than us. They had a better season.
Of course, now.
That's it.
Had a better season than us. Chelsea fans, where are you people? You people said we were the same last season. Oh, yeah,
we were the same. Go and sign Olise. Go and sign Olise. See, you are the same. Go and sign Olise. Go and sign him.
For you know,
clowns.
Their lame argument. Come and show us your Champions League. The two Champions League you won. Wear the medals on the neck, carry the trophy, and go and meet
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace.
I'll sign Olise. Go and sign him. Clowns. So shout out to you for coming on. Well, I was hoping that these clowns will come on and debate us. They refuse to come on, but they'll be in the comment section. Now, if they say they didn't catch it because they were sleeping or time zone, I'll do another one tomorrow. I'm willing to have the conversation. I am willing to have the conversation and the debate. I'm willing. I'll be there. So shout out to Mr. Ifosa for coming on at short notice. I really appreciate you. Shout out to the guys in the chat, Mr. Gunnar, Maestro, Mattel, MM. Shout out to you guys for making this abroad stream a successful one. I really appreciate you guys. And for some of you that be like, why am I not posting as much as I should be posting? Let's say I like quality over quantity. Even though my channel is not as big as I want it to be right now, but let's see how things progress in the near future. I don't just be making unnecessary videos that are not relevant to news, right? If there's new news, I will post videos. I can't come and be doing countless streams of same topics. I know some people are doing same topics. I'm doing 10 streams. I have shame. I don't do such. I'm sorry, I don't do such. If there's something to report, I'll come here. We'll talk about it live or do pre-recorded. If nothing to report, the season is off season, and then we're enjoying the Euros. If there's a good match, good news, I'll report it. If there's none, sorry, guys, you have to bear with me until the season is about to start. Then we'll have more consistent posting and more consistent streams, both live and pre-recorded. So, guys, like the video on your way out. Very, very important. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you turn on your notification bells. Very, very important. So, your last words.
Jude.
Head the fraud. Bola ye. One more time. One more time. I and Mr. Ifosa, we do not hate Jude. We're just saying, let's have a healthy conversation, a logical conversation that he is not a world-class player. He's a good player at best. He's not a world-class. And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong being a good player. There's a laundry list of good players. It is what it is. Shikena. So you guys have actually bored and annoyed himself for joining about these Jude conversations because we are tired of having it. We want you guys to tell us if you want on that show tomorrow. Tell us in the comment section that if you're ready to debate us, we'll come back tomorrow we'll talk about Jude. But for now, he's still a clown, he's still a fraud, and I maintain my stand on Jude for now. Shout out to everybody. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now. Have a brilliant and a wonderful day.